Hi, today we're going to look at the 2022 price book for Woodport doors and how to navigate it. I'm going to give you several examples on how to put some pricing together for yourself. So I started off on page 21 as an example for the raised panel knotty alder doors. It's pretty simplistic on how to work it. If you need a 2/8 2-panel, these are all list prices. You just take 502, for example, times your multiplier, whatever that might be, to get your net cost. Now, if we need to modify this at all, let's say we need to make it 8 foot, 1 3/4, have an arch, all that. We're going to take our 502, and then we're going to go down to our adders. So we need $100 for the 1 3/4, 115 for your 8/0, and then 75 to make it an arch. We combine all those like items together, times your multiplier, and that's how we get your net price point. Now, the raised panel is looking at an ovalo sticking. That's our default for that. And these are bladder pressed. If we're looking at doing something like a single hip or double hip, again, there's additional panel adders down below. If you'd like a V-groove in it, visible core versus solid panel. Now the visible core, I do have an image that shows you. I've stained up several samples that I can send to you if you request it. But it stains up really nice. You can't really see the core at all when it's all finished and done. The solid panel, we actually put sticks of wood in between everything, so that when the groove hits, you're actually digging into wood itself. Hence, it's very laborsome and time-consuming, hence the higher adder. Again, there's additional adders if you want to alter the door in any sort of way. If you got a custom width or height, it's just a simple 125 adder. Once we get into like custom components, like let's say you would need a 6-inch style and a 13-inch bottom rail, stuff like that. That would be sent into our quotes department at quotes@woodportdoors.com. But for today's simplicity, we're just going to go over a couple easier examples. So the next thing I want to scroll down to is actually page 44. It talks about our pre-hanging. Oops. Give me a second. 44. Pre-hanging. If you're ordering anything from us that is pre-hung, what we do is we send everything KD. That's our default. If you need anything that is requiring to get sent fully assembled, then we actually have to look at freight related items because it's taking up extra cubic footage. And we actually use 2x4s and we pack them up really, really nice. And again, I have images of those if you need those as well. The next page I actually want to show you is 43. For a lot of people ask about substituting the glass into the flat panel. So I'm going to show you how to do that quick. Glass can be substituted for any flat panel. So in order to get you your cost for that, I'm going to give you an example here. So let's say I need a knotty alder door, but I want to swap out the flat panel for glass, for example. Let's just say it's a 3-panel and it's a 2/6, so 425. So I take my 425 flat panel, and then I go to page 42, up by my contemporary glass adders. Again, it breaks it down between clear, frit, frost, white laminate. If you got a 3-light, 4-light, 5-light contemporary, we have the 3-light and we want to make it a frit. So we're going to take our 425 plus the 250 adder times your multiplier to get you your net cost. Now the grouping is for all of our pattern glass. Let's see, all the pattern glass stuff is like your P62, Crystal Lake, stuff like that. And this is the grouping below it. Aquatex bronze, you can see group 1, this is where these belong. Group 2, these are where these belong. Same concept, take your flat panel door, whatever size, species it is, get your list price from that size, come back to this page, page 42, look at the grouping or whatever kind of glass, and then how many lights, plus that adder times your multiplier to get you your net cost. The last thing we're going to look at is a couple French doors. Again, for the French doors, we really highly encourage everybody tape off the glass before finishing. The film that we currently have from all of our suppliers is perforated, so it releases all the air bubbles, so the film is nice and taut on the glass. It's not meant for pre-finishing purposes, but this page on 63 gives you a lot of information as far as what we're looking for. The next page is an example as far as the glass groups. Again, we kind of touched base on that with substituting glass into our flat panel. But this is another reminder as far as what group belongs to which. Page 65, again, goes into our French. And again, we're going to stick with Natty Alder because it's really easy. It notes up here, this is all clear glass. If you need a 5 light, 3.0, again, this is your list price times your multiplier to get you your cost. Let's say for interesting reasons, you've got something that is in between a 5 and a 10. You would actually go up to the next greater size, so a 10 light, or something in between a 10 and a 15. You go up to the next greater size for your list price times your multiplier. Same concepts as the flat and raised panel sections as far as adders, making it 1 3/4, 8 foot. If you want to add an arch, wood core, bevel. Again, we scroll down here a little bit for glass adders, the Frit Frost non-stock and stocked. Again, you can see the availability back on page 61. We do have a bunch of standard glass stocked down on our shop floor for clear, frost, and Frit. But anything on the oddity sizes, that would be considered a non-stock item, hence the higher adder. And you can reference page 61 to see if that falls in that category or not. If you got any other custom groupings or you need to machine, or again, pre-hanging sections at the bottom of each flat, raised, and French section. If you want to have us pre-hang it, these are your net adders. If you want a veneered 4 9/16. If you got something in between, again, 4 9 and 6 9, it would go up to the next greater one. And then if you are looking at solid lumber and stuff like that, then you can reference these adders over here. Our prime section, of course, is we carry 4 9 and 4 13/16 in stock. And then if you have any ball catches, theatricals, or standard flush bolt. And the flush bolt is per flush bolt. If you need just one header or both, the header and footer. So in a nutshell, I know that was really quick, but if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to customer service at Woodport Doors or call myself, Justin, at 715-701-3113. Thank you.